You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Edward Brown,
an inmate at a federal prison. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. Hang up to decline the call or to accept. Dial 5 now. If you wish to block any future calls.
Hey, Mr. Brown.
There you go, Rudy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to hear from you.
What's going on?
Well, I don't know what's going on. I just have no idea. It's a really crazy world out here.
Yeah, I know. It isn't here, too. They said this was a very strange place here, up here in New York.
You're still in Ray Brook, right? Ray Brook?
Yes, Ray Brook.
Yep.
I've never seen a place run like this before. It's similar to Marion USP.
Yep.
Only it's worse. But again, it gets bad. See, it never gets better. It always gets worse. But here they block you from everything. They give you those little stubby pencils, right?
Right.
But no pencil sharpeners.
Oh, no.
They give you those, yeah, all right? No, I mean, zero pencil sharpener. And those little stubby pencils to begin with are soft wood, and when you try to sharpen them, they just break.
Wow. Wow, that's
They
crazy.
give you those, and they make us pay for them on top of it. We have to buy them. And we have to buy the pens, and we buy the pens, and they're little stubby pens, the flex pens they call them. They charge us for those too. The trouble is they don't work. They don't flow. There's no way that I can do any court documents or any of my affidavits or anything with those pens. I have no way to correct. I have no whiteout. I have no typewriter. I have no nothing.
Wow.
I sent a message into them about 3 days ago. Finally, after a month and a half, and I just told them flat out, I said, "You guys get an F. What you doing here?"
Right.
No, really, I did. And I said, "You have no medical. I mean, all I can hear is PAs and one nurse that absolutely doesn't know anything. They have no commissary at all. It's all punishment, punishment facility here. The whole place is all punishment. No commissary, no main line. The COs do the cooking, and none of them know how to cook. The food is disgusting.
Wow.
I've only had one place, and that was Elkton, Ohio, that absolutely served rotten food in this shoe situation. These people here, none of it's rotten, but everything is outdated. The milk is outdated. The soda's outdated. The chips and commissary is outdated. The food is overcooked. All of the food is overcooked except for the peas. They're undercooked. Of course, you can't eat them when they're hot as a rock, so you don't eat them. And that's one of my favorite vegetables.
Wow.
And this is how it goes here. I mean, at this place, I want it on record anyway. That's why I say these things to you at each of the locations, because we qualify them correctly. It'll be fresh on memory, so when it gets typed up for what's coming up here. Because I filed that quiet damn action suit for expanding.
Right. Yep. I remember.
Okay. Well, that's getting much more serious now, because now it's gone international. It's gonna have to go international. The Department of Justice has really gone way beyond the pale on all of this stuff here. They are the culprits here in the United States of America. They are the ones who are orchestrating all of this criminal activity through the government, through the corporation, not the government, against the government of the United States of America. The DOJ is a tool that is being used by this cartel out of Europe that I filed charges against. In the meantime, the court has not accepted any of my motions other than to give me a court case number on both my 2241, which is habeas corpus, which they have clearly denied. It's been 6 months and they haven't done a thing with it, and the quiet damn action suit on national security issue. The food here, Rudy, is so bad. I get hives all over the back of my neck, eczema throughout my head, hives in the back of my arms and stuff.
You think they're going to move you soon? You think they're going to move you to a new place where maybe the food will be better?
We won't get moved before. We will not get moved before the 1st of February. That we pretty well understood.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
They're not going to do it. I mean, it could be longer than that. It could be spring. But
Wow.
remember now, my out date was was the 22nd of March, 2020.
Yeah.
Filed, yeah, and I was supposed to get my copies of the transcript from that resentencing, which was a totally double jeopardy resentencing because I already had all of my time served. And they could not do a double jeopardy, but that particular judge, George Z. Singal, did a double jeopardy and gave me 25 more years. Well, he's doing that. He can't really do that by law, any law. Even international law, he can't do that. But he can do it because he is I understand he is a FISA judge, a Federal Intelligence Security Act judge. And it would behoove you to look it up, okay, and see exactly what that means. I would like to know.
Yeah.
Federal Intelligence Security Act. Wow, wait a minute. I've just turned into him a national security issue of a foreign national organization within the infrastructure, military, within the infrastructure of the military, commercial, political, even religious organizations in this country. My evidence is solid and clear. I know what I'm talking about. And they refused. They gave me a case number for that Quaitium suit. But they're not moving on it. They're just acquiescing and remaining silent. Now, if he's a FISA, a Federal Intelligence Security Judge, then he should be on top.
This call is from a federal prison.
Then he should be on top of this in a heartbeat back 6 months ago. Now, it's beginning to look like and sound like treason to me.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it for a second.
So he's suppressing evidence and information that's required. Now, remember, I've already notified the Department of Justice, the U.S. Attorney's Office, through an attorney, a USA attorney, assistant U.S. attorney, Mr. A-Frame, Attorney A-Frame from the prosecutor's office out of New Hampshire. Also, you must remember that I also had every judge in that courthouse 4 times since 2007. 4 times they recused in total every time I tried to notify them of this information.
Yeah.
That sound a little suspicious to you?
Hey, I think that these judges, they only get to be judges when they've sold their soul to Satan.
They have sold their soul.
Yeah.
Well, do I want to have a sit down with you about the spiritual thing with God in Christ? We have come up with something that's going to be profoundly interesting to all Christians.
Good.
And I say that it's not even with caution. Get excited.
Yeah.
Because what we have found out, see, when you dig like this, Rudy, the way I've been digging with other people, you start to find some stuff that's almost sounding crazy, but we find out we find it's true. It's like we confirm it. It's, whoa! By law, it says they had this stuff placed in law inside the law books and stuff over the years. What are the whole things that comes out? Anyway, we're stuck here in this place here where we can't get anything done. Not a thing. We're totally blocked. I'm lucky to get through the phone call with you here.
Well, I want to let you know before it slips my mind. Raymond Miller has called a few times, and he cares about you a great deal. Of course, he's Amish and he don't use computers. And then Joseph Haas, he's still a big supporter of yours, and I know he cares a great deal about you. So I sometimes communicate with both of those men. Yeah.
Contact them.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I have no way to contact them. I can't even write letters. I get no pencils. I get no pens.
Yeah, that sucks.
I get a notebook and paper. I get the pencils, but I can't get them sharpened.
Yeah.
And I can't be biting them off here, okay? I can't get nothing done. So I just got a letter from Ray. Did come in. Please tell him.
Okay. All right. Please? Yep, you bet.
Please tell him and Joe, too. I have no way to communicate with them right now, either by telephone or by computer or by writing, simply because here at Ray Brook, they block you on everything.
Yeah.
I notified the captain of this and told him of the circumstance of what's going on. I told them about my medical condition, and they totally ignore it, and they will not allow me under any circumstances to have a proper doctor analyze me to see what's wrong with me. And I have, again, for the record, 17 specific things wrong with me, but I'm still very healthy. All of my ailments are caused by the food. The food in the BOP is bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just that poor quality. It's bad food.
Wow.
And they make you take and eat this food that causes these illnesses and diseases because there's nothing else to eat.
Yep.
I'm deadly serious.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
Somebody needs to write up what I'm saying here and look at it, and a quick evaluation is going to see that this is all absolutely true.
Yeah. Are you able to receive are you able to receive hardback books? You probably can receive.
Yes, I am.
Okay, hardback books. You can. Okay, very good.
There are some hardback books that I want, hardcover books that I want, or manuals that I want and I need badly, but they're too damn expensive, so I don't burden anybody with those things. But I need some of them. Try to get them for me if they can.
Well, if you want to list the titles, I can put them on the website, and then maybe we'll have a donor. I don't know.
What? I missed that.
I said, if you want to list the titles of the books, I can put them on the website, and maybe we'll have a donor.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I will do that.
Okay.
I'll break my lead pencil here and put it back, and I'll call you in a couple of days.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll have somebody step up to the plate, you know.
Yeah, I know. See, listen to me, Rudy. There is a process. I have mentioned it to you before, even on the phone here, okay, as well as writing it to you guys. There is one process that's solid, locked in the crap on an international basis. It's called the redemption process. I know you must have heard it at some point. But it's true. We've done the research. It's the last since 2016 especially. Elaine and I was working on it in 2007. That's why they split us up at the trial back then and did what they did to us. That's why
This call is from a federal prison.
And that's why they brought in this FISA judge. It was because he knew how to handle this sort of thing because he's trained for it, to overcome the truth or the facts of law. Remember, we only operate totally in the open. We have no secrets. We do not break any laws. We have never broke a single law, never hurt anybody. We violated their policy of 1938. The laws that they have put in the books, there are thousands of them now, are bogus. When they went bankrupt in 1933 as a corporation that was created in 1871, they were totally insolvent. They destroyed their corporation. And they're operating now through the blessings of the international cartel that I put into that Quaitan case that's coming up here. People don't seem to understand how serious this Quaitan suit is. This is what they wanted. And no one's responding to it. They're crazy. This is it. And nothing else.
Yep.
So they've got to understand that I need help with this Quaitan case, and it's got to be done, it's got to be done right. And it's not a fortune here, by the way. It's just a court cost. That's all it is. All right?
Yep.
But I need people to get my expert witnesses in here. I think mailing, letters, okay, I've got to get them out. I have to go certified mail return receipt on everything. On the private administrative remedy that they, the government, so-called government, which is not the government, has to answer. If they do not answer, I win my case immediately. That's a fact. Now I want that to sink into everybody. The administrative process, private administrative process, you don't require the courts at all. We don't need the courts. And they're not our courts anyway. They're courts only for the corporation called the United States of America Incorporated.
Yep.
I am representing Ambassador Plenipotentiary for the United States of America Union Republics, the original one. They are the second government in the United States called the United States of America Inc. We're going to get kicked off here in about 30 seconds. Any last remarks?
The only thing I'll say is we have our Saturday prayer call where we pray for you. Your name comes up specifically, and someone mentioned last Saturday that they believe you were targeted because you were a member of the Constitutional Rangers, and your name, that they believe that they wanted to silence you and shut you up.
I require somebody to work with me on the computer. Above board, totally in the open. Somebody's got the canoodles that I need. If I can get several people, get them. And they're going to be amazed at what they find out. Remember, we're going to work in the open, in the face of the Corporation of the United States Incorporated. And we represent the United States of America Common Law Republics, which are 50 countries form that union. That's what we really are.
All right, that's Ed Brown, American hero who doesn't understand the word back down or compromise. And he's in Ray Brook, New York prison, which we've got his address on the very front page. And I encourage you to write him a letter. Let him know that you care about him and love him, and just flood him with encouraging letters. His address will be on this video, and he's at Ray Brook Prison in New York.